the Stubborn German podcast, coming to you from the always festive and musical Stubborn German Brewing Company here in equally festive and musical Waterloo, Illinois. I'm Kevin Oeste, joined by the proprietor and lead singer for the Stubborn German Brewing Company, Mr. Chris Ron.
Yeah, what's up, Kevin?
Oh, it's all up, you know that?
Yes.
And also the only legit musician in this group, Mr. Jarod.
I don't know about that, but good evening.
Yeah, for sure. We got a fun topic on this episode, and for those who keep score, this is the second show, so you know what that means.
Here we go.
And we always start these episodes with the sometimes fun, often annoying German Word of the Day competition.
Well, if you remember on the last episode, Mr. Tyler Buckeye got it. So you guys,
Pressure's
only
on.
two of you here, so we'll see what you can do.
Yeah.
The German word of the day is Mund.
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 Can you use it in a sentence?
Nope.
The question is Mund.
Mund.
Mund? How do you spell that?
M-O-N-D. Mund.
Mund.
Wow. M-O-N-D.
Yes.
Mund.
Mund.
Or
Okay.
Mond, if you're...
Mond or Mond.
Mond.
Okay, let's see. Mind is racing here.
Mind is racing here, Jarod says.
Man, Mund. I got nothing. It doesn't even seem close to something that I would know.
All right. Absolutely nothing.
All right. Jarod
Oh,
has
you know
nothing.
what? Okay, I'm going to say
What are you going to say?
musical.
Musical. Okay. Jarod says musical.
As in the adjective, not the noun.
Kevin says Mund means
It's not band, but it's
Yeah.
like group, maybe.
Right.
group.
Yeah.
It's not band, it's group, or...
Not band, it's
That's what it
group.
means. It means it's not band, it's group.
Okay, group. Got it.
What do you think it means?
Group, musical.
Mund.
I'll let you know at the end of the episode.
Oh, man, I tried.
Close one. We'd have to just stop the episode.
Yeah.
Before we get into the
What a
topic, you
tragedy.
kind of, joked about like the lead singer of the brewery and whatever in the musical. This is the summer in Waterloo, and we do have the Tuesday night Waterloo
Yeah.
Municipal Band
For
that
sure.
plays
We do.
right across the street from the brewery. Mm-hmm. And it's a good time, You come up here, you bring your own chair, or better yet, you sit on the patio at Stubborn German.
That's right. The service is easier that way.
Oh, my gosh. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And, you get an hour's worth of concert, and these guys put in a lot of practice, and they're pretty good.
They're really
to be
good.
honest. Yeah, they
Yeah.
are good.
Yeah.
And then there's there's usually sponsored ice cream. So on these hot summer nights, you're getting some ice cream from a local establishment.
Yeah,
Like-
sometimes the Waterloo Optimist Club provides
right,
ice cream.
Right,
That's
right.
right.
And it's a good time. So it's definitely one of those, like, you kind of look forward to it, and then when it's here, you're like, oh, my gosh, let's go up to town on the Tuesday night. What else are you doing on a Tuesday?
Nothing.
Nothing.
That's right.
Come up here, and
Yeah.
and Tammy might even be sitting in her chair right across
No,
the
she's
street.
there during the day, and
Yeah,
then she
waiting.
gets tired of waiting.
Yeah.
She
Yes.
ends up leaving.
Yeah. She's one of the biggest fans of the municipal band, and
Yeah.
that's cool.
We're
It is
excited to. We haven't been to many this year, but we've been busy with baseball and all
Yeah,
that. But
right.
the season just ended, so we're excited to show our face again.
It's a good time.
Yeah, that's how we're able to do this tonight.
That's
See?
exactly right. For
sure.
Baseball season is over.
Yes.
So yep.
Well, you might have picked up on our musical theme on this particular episode. And,
Yes.
and we were kind of chatting, Chris and I were chatting at a Optimist Club meeting, actually, the
We
other day. And just so you know, we spend hours and hours researching topics for this show.
So many. That is a lie. He's being facetious.
One idea that popped up is German or not, but just drinking songs.
Yeah,
good,
right.
good drinking songs that. So we need to kind of clarify this.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So maybe these are. We said, hey, why don't we all throw out our top 5 drinking songs? And it's not maybe something that you drink and sing while you're drinking,
Or it could be.
or it could be, right? Maybe
Why
it's a time of history that there's a memory or a story or whatnot. So we thought this could be kind of fun. So that's kind of what's happening tonight.
Can we go into, just before we get into the detail,
Yes.
what makes a good drinking song? Is it just memories? Is it a
I
certain
think we're going to find out.
speed and tempo?
Yeah, you'll find out on
Okay,
mine.
okay.
And I couldn't narrow down like just to a song. So I did albums. That's as narrow as I could get it.
Yep.
So I've got like
Album. Okay.
bands that I like, and
Which makes sense.
This
You're
album.
sitting there,
I'm
taking
not,
it all in.
I'm not just
Yeah.
looking for one
Right.
song,
Yeah.
like playing on repeat the
Yeah.
whole night. I want
Okay.
to play
So-
this album.
I think we should do this in like a round robin type of thing.
Okay.
Like
Like
we'll
start at
with
number five
and go
for
down to
everybody.
one.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
You know, this required some prep work that I did not put in, and so I'm gonna this will be off the cuff. Let's
All right,
just say.
so you can go.
I will go
you can
last.
third on the first
Yes,
round.
Thank you. Give me something to work with here, fellas.
And you just can't pick the same song. We did.
Okay.
yeah, you can't just
Song/album.
copy off of me. I know you love my musical taste.
Well,
but-
of course. And so this is your place. It's your show. It's you go first.
Oh, I go first.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your number 5?
All right, I'll
Top
start.
5 drinking song.
My number 5 would be it's actually 2 albums, not one. Okay, so I do
Damn
have
it,
one.
Chris.
One
Yeah,
song.
Exactly.
I
One
do-
job.
That's
I know.
what this guy does.
Yeah, I have like 20 songs on this
One
first.
song, 2 albums.
It's actually 2 albums, but
Okay, it's Rage Against the Machine.
Okay.
Their first, the Untitled album,
Yep.
and the Evil Empire album. So
Okay.
got songs like
Interesting.
Bomb Track, Know Your Enemy, People of the Sun, Bulls on Parade, Vietnam. There's lots of good stuff there.
Yeah.
And again, I should probably preface all this that I am an album guy. So I don't like to go to Spotify and hit like, this is Aerosmith or whatever. And just
Because
Yeah.
it's all mixed up.
Right.
Yeah, I hate that.
Oh,
I
guys drive you
Yeah, yeah.
insane.
Oh, yeah.
love, and I have a lot of these albums, and I know the next song.
album
and it's-
order matters.
It
Yes.
does.
Yes.
I love, and we kind of talked about this at that meeting.
Chris likes his AOR. His
Okay.
album-oriented rock.
Yes, that's
the
it.
radio format.
Really,
Is it?
AOR, yeah.
Okay.
AOR. I like the AOR. I didn't
I'm
know
with
that's what
you.
it was.
I
But
agree.
I like it. I think it matters, and I think when it's done well, it can be really, really fun.
Like
and
when you're watching The Wizard of Oz.
yes,
Right?
Yes.
You put Dark Side of the Moon
Exactly.
on.
Yeah,
Right? It's got to match up.
It
Yeah.
matters.
matters.
Yes. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. To me, I feel like most of the bands that I really enjoy, you're like the first song of an album is gonna be that's the hook. It's gonna be something like big and pretty bold and aggressive. It's rarely
Or is it?
well, sometimes I'm saying the ones that I frequent.
Of
so
the 6 albums that comprise your first choice?
yeah, they all have big first songs. And then, like, second one's just going to be like the next one, no big deal. And then you have your radio hit or 2, okay? And then usually you got some filler material. And usually, like, the
That's-
end is another crazy, like, look what we can do.
That's known as tent pulling.
Okay, what now?
Tent pulling.
That's a whole
Tent
other thing, Kevin.
Pulling.
Yeah.
Like you pull your tent up?
No,
It's,
like you have a pole that holds the tent up. So
Okay.
the first song is pretty good,
Oh, I gotcha.
and then it kind of dips down, and then the tent pole picks them up.
Gotcha.
And you got your peak in the middle, and then it
and
does
it goes back down?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but I enjoy all those. I love when, you find those, the downside of the tent, if you will.
It's the dynamics.
I like when those are fun and I know them and like them. And, usually like when I go to a concert, like that's the songs that I want to hear, but they never play them.
They don't always, because they're
No.
not the most
'Cause, yeah.
well received. Now,
I
let me
know.
ask you this: of those 2 albums, so let's
Yes.
talk about the drinking component.
Oh,
side.
right. Yeah. So, yeah, that's more, if I'm really feeling,
Thirsty?
thirsty. Like I really want to just
Ice cold
hammer these 3
beer.
beers down as fast as I can. Give me some Rage Against the Machine.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I've had a couple fun sessions with our friend Scott Wheatley that's been on the podcast before. Remember a couple times when he visited from when he was still in Idaho, and he would come back, and we just sat here at the bar when we were closed over Christmas break, I think, and
that's
we
nice.
just listened to lots and lots of Rage Against the Machine. You know how you just get onto
Yeah.
a band and you're just like,
Totally.
oh,
Oh, yeah.
here's another one, you know.
Yep.
So I don't know. That made the
Okay.
list.
Or you if you know that album so well that
Yeah.
your brain is expecting the beginning of the second song,
Right.
So you can't turn it off.
Nope, I know.
Yeah,
I
right.
know.
Gotta
Yeah,
let it
how would
ride.
you? Yeah,
Yep.
and then it goes to the next album, and see that's why it's 2. I don't have any more that it's 2 albums, so that's
Okay,
my only
good.
one. Yeah,
We weren't going to let it slide.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't.
That's cool. I don't feel so bad now, but that's cool. That
I want to weigh in.
Okay.
Killing in the Name of
Yeah.
is probably my favorite from that
Oh,
first
yeah.
album.
Yeah,
That's the
Good song.
That's the
It's
one.
fun.
That's the one.
it's fun.
I don't know if it's on my top 5.
It doesn't have to be.
I don't have a
It's
top
fine.
5, but yeah.
you top 60. Like yours.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, go ahead, Kevin.
All right. So my number 5, and I got to preface this by saying it's a travesty to just put 5 songs.
It really is.
sure.
That's why I did albums.
Yeah.
But these are 5 that came to mind. And it dates back to your question, Jarod,
Mm-hmm.
a moment in time and then a kind of a pattern in time.
Yeah.
And in 1992, I transferred from one school to another. I went away to college for the first time to Illinois State University. And I had been visiting.
Way down south.
Way down south. It was a different world, brother. For me, it was like, how do you live here? There's only 100,000 people in Bloomington, Normal.
Right.
Yeah. So my whole thing was I have friends that went to school there for the previous 2 years. I graduated from high school in 1990. So in 1991, I spent like every weekend at ISU visiting friends. So it was only natural eventually I'd go there. But that was an environment that had your $3 keg parties, you know. Mm-hmm. There was a Thursday night club. There's Fridays, a Friday after hours, Saturday after hours.
Yeah.
And I will never forget being in the basement of this 110-year-old house in Normal, Illinois, looking for the keg and just hearing Pearl Jam, Evenflow, every single time.
Nice. Yep.
And it was hot on the radio.
91
is the beginning of the whole grunge deal.
Yeah.
And I was a hair band guy, you know, in high school. I like classic rock too. But
so this was blowing your mind, kind of like.
Well, what blew my mind, honestly, was Nirvana.
Yeah.
My buddy Paul came home from school because he went to Illinois State first, and he came home for a weekend right when Nirvana's record came out, and he I never forget this. He pulls out. He had a '71 Chevy Nova. He pulls up in front of my house, and he's holding a cassette in his hand. And he goes, "Get in the car." And I go, "Okay."
Yep.
And I get in the car, and I look at him. I go, "What?" He goes, "Dude." And that's all he said. And he just slams the tape in, and Smells Like Teen Spirit comes on. It was the first time I ever heard it, and I'm like, "Holy nuts! This is something, right?" Even then, you knew that this was different, right?
Yeah.
So the evolution became into Pearl Jam with Evenflow, and then, of course, Alive.
Yep.
Singing it at the top of your lungs in this damp basement. It's dark. There's 200 people.
Yeah.
You know, there's not enough beer. But that was my number 5.
Very good. Very good. Good luck, Jarod.
Yeah, thanks.
There was enough time to make a list.
Again, this morning, I think, Chris sends out an email. Hey, here's the topics for tonight.
You didn't tell him this before?
I did. I told him.
He says, hey, and
That's
episode
when I
number
started
2.
working on it.
Your top 5 drinking songs, and I get this email instantly. I got to go back to work. I got stuff going on. I don't even give it a thought. At the end of the day, the work day, I'm like, oh crap! I was supposed to come up with something, and I look at the email, and it was behind the scenes here.
Oh gosh!
Chris and Tammy, the lovely hosts that they are, offered to buy us some dinner tonight,
which we didn't get what you wanted.
Well, you know. And they said, hey, let us know what you want from such and such place. Okay, great, perfect. So I did. I stopped there. I did not read the rest where it said, and oh, by the way, come up with your top 5.
You need to continue. Yep.
So I'm going off the fly
whole
here.
email, man.
But I will say, so, okay, for me, and
are you inspired
like you guys
by
said,
these?
I am.
Right.
Actually.
Good.
Yeah. Good. We probably all started drinking a little before we were 21, so we kind of got to put ourselves
6 minutes.
Speak for yourself.
In that mind frame. I listened to, because if you talk to my wife, I was very sheltered as a youth as far as listening to rock music. I didn't hear it all. It wasn't until like late high school and college that I actually started hearing all this stuff.
Wow.
So I'm listening to what are my friends listening to, and even though it was much later, Boston, the band, their first album, I'll just go with, if I had to pick a song, More Than a Feeling, but really the whole album. We listened to that a lot at that time. That was the first concert I ever went to, was Boston, out at Riverport Amphitheater.
Sweet.
And it was like 10th row. We were up close. It was so cool. But that was definitely a band that was on at a time when we were cracking open some brews.
Some cold ones.
Yep.
It's phenomenal.
Boston.
And what I love about Boston, especially that first album,
is
that how that record happened.
Right.
You know the story?
No.
So Tom Scholes, the guitar player, and the guy behind Boston, he was an engineer. And he worked for Eastman Kodak. And he developed patents and technologies and stuff. And he was an okay guitar player.
Yeah.
But he wasn't good enough to be in a band, right? So he goes in his basement of this house that he's renting in Massachusetts, right, near MIT, because he's an MIT grad.
Okay.
And he starts home studio recording, right? And here's the parallel with Mr. Home Brewer over here who ends up with his brewery.
Oh, gotcha.
So he starts home recording and writing songs and inventing technology to make his guitar sound bigger than it was, right? So effects racks and things that he couldn't buy, he invented literally, and you can buy his technology today based on that stuff.
That's crazy.
So he writes a bunch of songs, and he's like, okay, well, some of these have words, and I don't sing, so he ends up getting Brad Delp to be the singer, one of the most classic rock and roll voices of all time. So he creates this demo tape, and he sends it off to a record label, and the record label's like, that's really good. You need to come to L.A. We're going to re-record all these. And he's like, wait a minute. I think I put like 5 years into recording this. This is like good enough.
Is what I do.
And they're like, no, you need to come out here. So he goes out there. They re-record everything. He switches the tape.
Oh, wow.
What you're hearing in the actual record is the demos from the basement.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Really?
And the song, Rock and Roll Band, where he says, we were just another band in Boston and sleeping in our car. That didn't happen because the record came out before he ever did a show. Because they did it all in the basement. Yeah. So it's an amazing story.
So they were not just another band.
They were not. And everybody thought they were. Yeah.
That's cool.
It is super cool.
Yep.
Yeah. I love that record.
Well, so good thing that it would all worked out. And
for sure.
Otherwise.
So then if you know what a Walkman is, the Sony Walkman thing. The Rockman, so the little portable amplifier that you plug headphones in and your guitar in so you can play without bothering the neighbors, he invented that.
Wow.
He did?
Yeah, Tom Scholz invented the Rockman.
That's crazy.
Yeah. All right, you're up.
I'm up. Okay.
Number 4.
311.
Oh, that was quick.
Yep.
311.
And I narrowed it down to the album Soundsystem, which has like Freeze Time, Come Original, Larger Than Margin, or some
Great
of
record.
my top ones. That's one that you can just put on and listen to the entire thing. You don't have to worry about skipping any songs. They're all good. Yep. I like that. But 311 is kind of one of those bands I could just about do the This Is 311 thing and just play whatever.
Yeah.
Because it's just always good and fun and
consistent.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly. It's just good background noise. I don't need to know every single song. I know a lot of the older ones. Mm-hmm. A lot of the newer stuff I don't. And when you put the mix on, you're going to get the newer stuff. But they're all fun and like it's good. It's good background music.
And it's not really theatrical with the story woven through the album.
No,
like some stuff. So you can mix them up.
You can mix them up. Yeah.
I'd
say go ahead. You can mix them up.
Before I even knew who 311 was, I saw the album cover. It was blue with the very script 311 on
self-titled.
That was it.
Looks like a tattoo.
And didn't know anything about him. And I just remember me and my friends, we were all like, that album, that must be amazing. Look at that cover. Like, that's cool.
That's what people say when they come to the Stubborn German.
Right,
look at the poster on the wall for
they
the
go,
beers.
Look at that.
Look at that.
I got to have some from the barrel cellar just by looking at the picture.
Yes, right.
I need a tattoo of that.
Well, that's really cool.
311.
Interesting that it had that effect on you.
Definitely.
I love that 311 does have kind of a cool, positive, get off your ass and go do something with your life.
Yeah, so I sit there and drink beer.
That's it.
I'm just going to sit here and get drunk.
Dynamite.
Well, and it's also like, I mean, there's very little cussing in it. Not that that's a huge thing. My kids are a little more grown than they've heard them all, but, it's not every other word's a cuss word. There's not screaming and noisy guitar solo crazy stuff. Like, it's just kind of good flow music,
Yeah, for sure. Awesome.
Yep. There you go.
All right. Well, my number 4 is actually 2 songs. It's not 2 albums. It's 2 songs.
Here we go.
But they're from the same album.
I don't know if I'm going to allow this.
Yeah, well, it is your deal.
All right.
The first one is by Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Nice.
And it is Wall of Denial.
Okay.
And it's off the Texas Flood record. And it never really got a lot of airplay on the radio. But again, kind of being an album guy, it was one of those things where I had the CD and you'd play it through. And I always dug this. So Wall of Denial has this really killer walking bass line, and then of course Stevie's masterful guitar work. And again, going back to that same time period of my first song, I remember a whole bunch of us pre-gaming before we went out to a party, and this was one of the songs on. It just kind of set that mood, and it was like, let's go, this is going to be it's going to be a great night, right? The second song is later in that same record, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and it's called Riviera Paradise. And Riviera Paradise is an instrumental, and it's slow, and it's kind of blues meets some guitar jazz fusion.
Sweet.
And as we talk now, I think I know what happened, why these songs bookend. My Sony Walkman, I had a sports Walkman, the yellow one. Remember the waterproof thing? I think we went out to a party, and then we went out to a bar, and then came back to the apartment, and it was time to go to bed, and I grabbed my Walkman and put my headphones on and hit play, and it just happened to be later in the tape that Riviera Paradise was on. So it was pre-gaming, so that for us meant my buddy Rich, my roommate at that point, was really into vodka poppers.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so
What
it
is
was
that?
like 7-Up with vodka,
Okay.
just whatever.
All right.
And Jaeger shots out of the fridge, of course, out of the freezer, And then we'd go out and mostly drink beer, and because we were broke college students.
Right.
And by the time I got home, we had already stopped off at the La Bamba burrito shop, for a burrito as big as your head.
Yes.
And by the time you go to bed, you flip on Riviera Paradise, and it's this kind of euphoric space track of, here you go, just drift off, and you'll be awake tomorrow at some point. And it was just great stuff. And even today, I still have that. So.
That's cool. I wrote them both down. Can't wait
Nice.
to check them out.
Yeah, so we need to put these down so that if somebody looks at the notes for the show,
Right,
Jarod
exactly.
will
yes.
put those in,
Jarod
so
will
you
do
can
all
click
this.
on this and
Sure, I will.
check these gems out for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, number 4, Jarod.
Okay. Man, this is tough.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
I almost want to say in no particular order.
You can do that. That's
Okay.
fine.
But this is definitely something that I remember listening to when it came out, and then for several years after into our drinking years. But the Van Halen Balance album.
Oh, great record.
Here we
Yes.
go. Yeah.
This was the last full album with Sammy Hagar,
Okay.
and it was a little bit of a departure from the
It was Oh You Wait When 2 was the last one before that. No, Carnal Knowledge.
Carnal Knowledge was the last one, and that was kind of still like almost like a party album.
band, yeah.
It had all kinds of fun, cool stuff. But they started to get into Right Here, Right Now was more of like a made you think, and it had the piano.
Yep.
They had a few songs like that, Don't Dream It's Over. But Balance was really more like, okay, Eddie cut his hair. He had the short hair now and the goatee.
He was working on sobriety at that point.
Yes, right,
Yeah.
for sure. And there was
So
a
you
lot
call it a
more.
drinking album?
It
I
was a
love that.
drinking album. We like to drink while contemplating Eddie's
Yeah,
sobriety.
yeah, exactly. Here's what you're missing, Ed.
But it was a classic, and I still listen to it this day.
Can't Stop Loving
Can't
You.
Stop
Right,
loving you.
right.
Great song.
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam. The instrumental that I can't pronounce.
Belushi
Which one?
Therium.
Oh,
That
Yep.
one.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
Belushi.
And Not Enough was great. Had the piano.
The first song
First song
is
Seventh Seal.
Seven
Yep.
Seal. Love that tune. Yeah. Great record.
Yeah, great record.
Okay,
And
good job.
I listened
Two
to
of
that
those
a lot.
songs, by the way, Sammy played last year
Oh, really?
on his tour. Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
The Best of All Worlds tour.
Oh, that's cool.
I saw them
Yeah.
over there.
That's awesome.
Over by there with
way over
over
by
there.
there.
stage
Yeah,
and whatnot.
the guys playing the instruments.
That's definitely one of them.
So I read a thing when that
Good job.
record came out. This is back when you read magazines about music.
Right.
I don't know if it wasn't. It was like Guitar Player or something.
Yeah.
And the author went to Van Halen's house where the 5150 studio was to audition this before it came out, so he could write a review.
Yeah.
And they go in the studio, and Eddie goes, "We can't listen to this here. Let's go in the car."
Oh, yes. I've heard that story.
Yeah.
Yes.
Eddie had a Mercedes W140 platform, so it was an S500 sedan, right? And he had some $1 billion stereo put in this thing.
Nice.
And the author said, so Edward pops in the CD and just reclines the seat and just closes his eyes and goes, here we go.
Yep.
Yes.
And they just went through the whole record right
Nice.
there. Yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
awesome. Love that record.
That's awesome. I like that.
You're up.
I'm up. Okay, number 3. I have got. Okay, this one takes me back to a time and a place. My other ones do not. So I'll tell the story. Actually, 2 times and 2 places. So it's Breaking Benjamin, and the album is Saturate, which is their first one. Which, let's be honest. Every band's first
Yeah,
album
right.
is why
That's
they're
what- yes.
anything. Yeah. So, and particularly with Breaking Benjamin, that album is so much better than anything else. They've had some other.
I don't know. Is
no,
that
but it's just that much better.
is
and I
that
like the other
Diary of Jane? And
No,
it's
the
before
older-
that.
It's
I don't know.
Polyamorous.
Okay,
and,
that's
and,
on a different
Skin
album. Yes,
and,
it's a good
Polyamorous
record,
is
yeah.
like
Yeah.
my favorite. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, this is like same as you on your last one with right out of high school, first year, second year of college, whatever. we're doing like a float trip, and this album just comes out, and one or two of us have it, and we sit there and like drain our car batteries, just rocking out,
burn
to this,
on repeat.
Someone has jumper cables, we'll be fine.
Nice.
and we just listened to the entire album over and over and over and over, and just had a blast. And I know every word to every song. 100%. So
that's cool.
Yeah, and then the second part of this is actually I don't know if it was like a Point Fest or something. I think Breaking Benjamin played a million different Point Fests.
So many Point Fests.
Probably like that first Point Fest. But
chances are.
I just remember like walking around the right side of Riverport when it was Riverport. I can call it that.
Right, you can call it.
Yeah, and just hearing like I don't know, like the second song in the album, just they're rocking out, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is awesome. We're gonna. And I wasn't even really that excited to hear them, and then just got there and saw them, and I'm like, okay, I'm hooked. So,
that was it.
Yep. So,
what were you drinking?
No clue.
Sun-kissed.
Sun-kissed, yeah. I may not have been 21. I might not have been drinking at that concert.
Good drinking song.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We never said it had to be alcoholic. It could have been an RC Cola.
Yeah.
Crying out loud, yeah.
The float trip there was definitely super.
That's cool. That's a good record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it's fun.
What's yours? This is number 3, right?
Yes.
So my number 3, again, now we're going to go a little bit earlier in my career there.
Okay.
So I mentioned I graduated from high school in 1990. So the summer of 90. So everybody, I think, after you graduate from high school, it's a pretty big summer.
Yeah.
You know,
yes.
a lot of parties going on.
That was a huge year. 90. I mean, come on. That was for music.
Yeah.
Good music here.
So,
Spin Doctors.
Dude, I saw them in concert.
Did you?
Yeah.
This isn't Spin Doctors.
This is not it.
Oh, okay.
But you're going to laugh. So I have a real good friend who had, back in 1990, he had a 1987 Chevy Monte Carlo SS.
Okay.
It was black with T-tops and a killer stereo, right? So Alpine head unit, big amps in the back,
wow.
12-inch Hollywood SoundLab subs, Infinity Kappa mids and tweeters in the doors. I mean, big money stuff for the time.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Sounded killer. And this is early spring 90s, so this is before, the grunge thing really caught on. I mean, Soundgarden was out there and stuff, but, it didn't really hit the airwaves yet. So we were, still huge in hair bands, big time.
Yeah.
And there was a particular evening where we went to 4 or 5 grad parties. One of them finished off with a 55-gallon drum of Mojo, or jungle juice, however you want to call it.
Just mixed up in a giant barrel.
Yeah, it was a 55-gallon drum with 2 plastic liners and, 10 bottles of Everclear and Kool-Aid or Weilers or whatever the hell was in it. And at the end of the night, my entire right arm was red from reaching down in there and pulling plastic solo cups of this stuff. And, I was
yummy,
almost paralyzed, I guess. And my buddy, thankfully, was, in not the same shape, so it was time to leave and do our regular routine, which is to go to Taco Bell. This is back in the 59, 79, 99 days.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Where you get a chili cheese burrito?
Best days.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you can get anything you want, and it was like $4.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he throws a disc in, and the T-tops are off, and it's summer, and I'm in this state of ultimate Gemütlichkeit. The happiest and pretty messed up you can be. Mm-hmm. And what comes on but 17 by Winger. Right? And it's an okay song, and I'd heard it a million times.
Yeah.
But in that moment,
that's what you needed right there.
That is what I needed. The recording is really good. The recording that they did on the record is dynamite, and the sound of the car and everything was boom.
That's awesome.
That's my number 3.
Nice.
Jared, you can't take that anymore. You got to switch.
That was my number 3.
That was a 3, 2, 1.
Yep.
Kip Winger in the house.
Speaking of Taco Bell, so my friends and I used to, whenever we would drive through, we would order whatever we wanted. And it wasn't exactly a challenge, but it was more like you would just kind of compare, and we would say, how many items did you get? Oh, I got 6. I got 4 soft tacos, a tostada, and a whatever. 6 items. Oh, I got 7 items. I got that plus, plus 5-layer burrito. Yeah, or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it was always just like, who got the most items? And like you said, it cost $7.
Yeah, it didn't matter.
Tops, But So you mentioned Pearl Jam earlier, and Pearl Jam is in my top 10 for sure, maybe top 5 bands. And again, this goes to like we would kind of listen to some older albums later on, but their second album, Versus, was always kind of, I'm partial to that. I love 10. The first album's awesome.
I was more of a Versus fan.
Versus is a little more aggressive. It's got Animal and
Better
Go
Man.
and
Yes.
well, that's even later. Better Man was the third.
Oh, yeah,
album.
you're right,
Yep.
right.
Yeah.
All those are great, but to this day, one of my favorite songs off that album is Rearview Mirror.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just kind of driving the whole time. It's
that's-
literally about driving around, thinking about where you're at. Not that you drink and drive, but
Of course not.
no, it's not it's a driving song, not a drinking song.
Drive to the area that you're going to...
It's a while your buddy's driving and you're drinking.
That's what happened to me.
Exactly.
still illegal.
Right. Yeah. Anyway,
I was done drinking and just
Pearl
getting
Jam
drunk.
Versus is a top album of mine, and
Heck
we
yeah.
listened to that a lot back then. So
Nice.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Yep.
I like that.
Great one.
Yep, for sure. All right, number 2.
So another quick Taco Bell story before
Yeah.
he reveals number 2. So again, I mentioned my buddy Paul with his 71 Nova and the Nirvana Nevermind tape and the Pioneer Super Tuner tape deck. We're on our way to Taco Bell. Might have had a few drinks. Order $59, $79, $99. Of
course.
We order up $6 worth of food. We drive through the drive-through. We get up to the window, and the car runs out of gas.
Oh, nice.
It just dies, right?
Gas was 79 cents.
So the guy comes out of the window and he's like, "Okay, this is going to be $6." And Paul's like, "I'm sorry, I can't buy this right now. I'm out of gas." And we had to push the car across the street to the gas station.
I'm sorry, I can't afford this. Oh, jeez.
True story, Niles, Illinois.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I'll have one taco's worth of gas, please.
Yeah, if there's any, he's like, if there's any change,
I'll be right
we
back.
can split
Yes,
a taco.
Right.
That's awesome.
It is funny, though. We talk about, what stuff used to cost or the cost of things now. And I don't think we'll ever forget 59, 70, 99.
Yeah.
I mean, that just
Right.
sticks with you. For one, it was catchy.
Right.
Two, it was a good deal even back then.
great
Like
deal.
looking
Oh,
back,
yeah.
it wasn't like,
cheap
oh,
as
that's
hell.
just because it was old.
It had to be
No.
really good for you.
Yeah, for sure.
And you're getting
You
a
could get
beef
full
taco
for
and-
$3.
Oh my god,
Dude.
yeah, yeah.
I never forget the one time we went
good
there and we
time.
spent $22. I'm like, what the hell happened?
Did you guys all get drinks? What are
Yeah.
you doing?
9 kegs and $22 worth of Taco Bell.
We're all happy.
9 barrels. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead, Chris. Number
Okay.
2.
All right, number two. Oh, so older, wiser Chris
Yeah,
is
sure.
starting to show
When's
his
he coming
age.
around?
Yeah, right. Starting to slow down a little here and there. So my number 2 is Lynyrd Skynyrd,
Ooh.
and it's
okay.
the second helping album. So that's like their second.
Helping.
Get it? Second one. It's the one that has Sweet Home Alabama, but luckily that's number 1. So as soon as you throw this album on, you just skip right to number 2 because I've heard Sweet Home Alabama more times than I need to in my
Yeah.
life. So you go right to the good songs like Don't Ask Me No Questions, Working for MCA. I love that song. I think it's hilarious. The Ballad of Curtis Lowe is awesome. Call Me the Breeze. So
It's a great
and then
record.
the filler material in the middle is just good, easy drinking music.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've just recently kind of rediscovered. I guess I don't know. I've liked
Yeah.
them in the past, but probably took about a 15-year hiatus of any Lynyrd Skynyrd. And then I'm just kind of like, I don't know. This is kind of good, just chilling out music. So
It is really good.
Yeah.
And a couple years ago, I went to the Billy Gibbons, ZZ Top-ish, concert that Billy opened, and then
And
Lynyrd
Skynyrd was the
headliner.
Yeah.
And to see Skynyrd do Freebird live in that environment was like otherworldly.
Yeah.
It was so good, and it was like blowing you away. And I think so much of that era's music, we've heard it so much we don't even hear it anymore.
Yeah.
That's
But
the
if
thing. I know.
If you stop and listen, it's like, this
Right.
is really good stuff.
yeah, there's a reason why they play it all the time.
Yeah. That's great.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, that's my.
I don't know if
I
it was
discovered Lynyrd Skynyrd, guys. There you go.
particular-
You're welcome.
Nice, yeah.
album but three steps or give me 3
Yeah,
steps.
yeah.
Like I don't know what album that was on, but we listened to that a lot more than any other Lynyrd Skynyrd song.
I think that was the third album.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
there's that.
That's
and
a classic.
Yeah. You can kind of pick songs with that with
Yeah.
Lynyrd Skynyrd and
Yeah.
do that as well. And they're not, some of them are not as popular like radio songs,
Mm-hmm.
but you still kind of know them. Like they throw them on the radio every once in a while, but like
Yeah.
Probably late night.
Those were late night. Yeah, those were
Overnight.
Well, the technical term is day part. They weren't day part songs. They were evening songs.
Day part. Yeah, you don't want the day part stuff.
That's right.
All right, Kevin, number 2.
All right, so my number 2, lest you all think I live in the past, was a
here we
song
go.
I heard last year for the first time.
Really?
And it's a blues tune by an artist named Joanna Connor. And again, this is all experience-based. And as Chris knows, Jarod, you know too, I strive to do an annual trip to Chicago in the beginning of the year, beginning of the spring. My family, my cousins, my buddies, we all meet. We used to go to the Cubs game home opener, and that became too inconvenient and expensive. So we wait a few weekends, and we go to a weekend when they're playing and go to the bar across the street.
People watch and pretend you're at the game, right?
Yeah, well, there's TVs, you can see it. So last year, Friday was the day that my buddy Jimmy and I went up there, and we went to a bar and had a few drinks and had some pizza and whatever, and then we checked into our hotel we were staying at. The game Saturday, this is a Friday night. We went to the Kingston Mines. And the Kingston Mines is a blues bar. If you believe their T-shirt, it's the Chicago Blues Center, opened in 1968, and they've been playing every night ever since. And they've got 2 stages, so you can see a live band on this stage, and there's a bar in between. And when this band is starting to wind down, you make your way to the other side because then the other band starts up, right, until 5 in the morning.
Just back and forth.
Back and forth, right?
Not the same 2 bands.
Same 2 bands.
Same 2 bands. They just
and usually if they're good, they'll do different sets. So
Gotcha.
the first set, and so when we showed up, Joanna Connor was getting ready to do her 2 a.m. set, right? I mean, it's a big night, and that's what happens. And sometimes when you go to a bar and you're hearing music, there's the noise of the bar and you're talking and there's other stuff going on, so it's literally background music.
Right.
Joanna Connor started to play, and I was so laser focused on what was happening, I just wanted everybody to go away. I'm like, this is unreal how good this woman is
Really?
and how great this band is. And my buddy and I walked right up to the front of the stage, not to be weird in her face or anything, but just like we needed to be right in there and listen to what these people were playing. It was phenomenal. And we had some drinks, so that qualifies.
Sure.
But the big song was actually a Sly and the Family Stone song called If You Want Me to Stay that she's kind of redone and made her own. Unbelievable. Just amazing. And it's a rare time where it's like, hey, everybody here in the bar, shut up.
Yeah, right.
I need to hear
Could you all
this.
be quiet?
Yeah. So that's my number 2.
Nice.
Nice. That's awesome.
Along those lines, this is not my number 2, but as far as a band that you just hear and your mind focuses on that and you almost can't stop listening. We were at, of all places, Pops in Sauget.
Yeah.
I don't even remember who we were there to see. It was some national touring band, but they had a band opening for them called Autovane. I never heard of Autovane before, and they start playing, and I just can't stop paying attention. It was the perfect mix of distorted guitars, but not thrashy metal heavy. They had great singing, but harmonies.
Yeah.
It wasn't complicated, but it wasn't overly simple either. Music, it was just like, this is amazing. And I went and found their booth and bought their album. And
Nice.
I don't just do that all the time.
Right.
I don't find a band and buy it. So I did. I walked up and was like, give me that CD right now. And
That's
I bought
cool.
it for $10 or whatever. And I still, to this day, I listen to that band, that album.
Yeah.
I mean, as often as any other thing I listen to.
Really?
It's crazy. It just stuck with me. Autovane. And at some point, so here's the other thing. They're from St. Louis, so they're a local band.
Gotcha.
At some point, they changed their name. I don't even know what they changed it to. They're broke up now. They were just a local band. But they were great. If you can look up Autovane and check them out.
Nice.
Made
it's
the
really
list.
good.
Let me look right
yeah.
down.
It's in the notes.
As
Duly
far as
noted.
Yeah.
Got it.
As far as my number 2, and I should say that because I listen to them all the time, but this is another band that nobody's ever heard of.
Oh, that was not your number 2?
That was not. I just was
that
commenting
was just a
on
story.
Kevin's story. I'm sorry.
Honorable mention?
Piggybacking. Honorable mention.
We'll call that number 6.
The top 6.
This is one of my favorite bands of all
I
time.
can't do albums, but he can do top 6.
Yeah.
No, but you did a double album for your first pick.
I sure did.
Top 50 over there.
Big Wreck. Have you guys ever heard of Big Wreck?
Yeah. Oaf.
The Oaf.
Great
Yeah,
song.
The Oaf.
Oh,
is
yeah. Who
amazing.
never heard of that stuff?
Right? They're from Canada.
Great song.
They got relatively big in the late 90s, like 99. And they never really took off. Their first album was their biggest, and they just sort of went down. They've gotten more popular over the last, actually, like 10 years. They sort of had a resurgence. But they're, when I say popular, they're not on the radio.
They're
They're
not
not on
Crash Test Dummies popular.
I mean, nobody's that popular.
Well,
That's a great song.
Anyway.
Yeah.
And, so The Oaf was my song from that album. The whole album is great, but that song was my favorite, and we listened to that a lot.
That's
in
good.
our early formative years.
Heck yeah.
And every album since then, I've got all their albums.
So, interestingly, that song is on my Spotify playlist called
That
Oeste's
song?
Forgotten Jams.
Or The Oaf. There's a
Oh.
song called That Song.
No, but the Oaf. Is,
Okay, yeah.
It's on the Oeste's
Is it?
Forgotten Jams
Nice.
playlist. Have
I'm
I shared that with you guys?
Glad
No.
to hear that. That's awesome.
I'll have to share that.
No, I want to
playlist.
hear.
We should
Yeah.
put a link to that in the notes.
OC's Forgotten
yeah,
Jams.
if you're going to bring it up, we need to have
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
I'll share that.
Yeah. Okay.
That's cool.
That is cool.
I like it.
That's a great song.
It's a great
I
album.
don't
I'm
know
so
that I'm
glad you know
familiar.
it.
I feel like
If you heard it, you'd go, "Oh, I know this tune. I didn't know who did it."
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm curious now. Okay, as soon
You're
as
up.
this is over, I'm going to listen to it. I'm up. Okay,
your
so
top 6.
number 1, my number 6. If I'm going to go backwards, I know you're going to think that it's Metallica, but it's not Metallica. I don't prefer to listen to Metallica when I'm drinking necessarily.
Interesting.
Now,
Okay.
I've been to Metallica concerts and definitely have
You
been
did- you
drinking.
drank
and
at a
yes, I
concert?
sure did. It was awesome.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to do number 6. Number 6 is Metallica.
There you go.
All right. So number 1 is Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Foo
yeah.
Fighters, I can throw
Anything.
literally anything. If
Yeah.
I'm doing the album thing, so my album, if I was going to put one on right now,
He had different notes. He had the top 6 albums.
Yeah, I'm getting that vibe. Yeah,
if I was going to put one album on, it'd be Color in the,
the
Shape.
color and the shape.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Monkey Wrench, Hey Johnny Park, My Poor Brain, Wind Up, Everlong is on there.
Yeah, everything on that record's good.
It's just the whole album. It's a banger, as the kids say.
It is. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And for that matter, you could pretty much just throw any Foo Fighters album on, and I'll be just fine.
Yeah.
Just anyone.
So good.
Yep.
Right
Yep.
on.
They're all good. They're all fun. So
And that, what number were we on?
1 Uno.
We're there. All right. All right.
Yeah.
So
Grand finale time.
So I have a top 40 extra. Casey Kasem's top 40.
Was this your number 6?
Yeah, this is my number 6.
Okay.
Which, of course, would be the ultimate in drinking songs, which, of course, is Ein Prosit,
Well, duh.
that you sing and drink.
that none of us brought up.
Yes. I mean, it was almost too obvious to bring up.
It really
but,
was. I know, yeah.
Ein Prosit,
And
Der
Prosit-
Gemütlichkeit.
Yes.
Yes. So there's that. But when it comes to, kind of a great in the vein of, so Gemütlichkeit, we've learned, as you know, you listener, that
Listener.
the previous episode, if we release these in that order, we learned the definition of Gemütlichkeit is kind of a euphoric state of ultimate happiness,
Right.
which leads to my number 1 song, which is Daydream by the Freddie Jones Band. And Freddie Jones is a band that was huge in Chicago. They play all over the place.
Yep.
The song came out in end of 91, early 92, called Daydream. Great song.
Yep.
Tremendously great song.
Great song.
And it's
Underrated band, really.
totally
Freddie Jones
underrated band. And Marty Lloyd is the lead singer and the guy who kind of wrote that song.
Wasn't he in Megadeth?
He was twice.
Yeah,
I
Marty.
thought so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Marty.
So what I love about that song is any time it comes on, it's a good time.
Yeah.
It just
You're
changes
right.
the mood of everything. And my cousins and I actually went to see somebody live. It was at the World Theater in Tinley Park before it became whatever it is now.
Okay.
And we went to see somebody else. I think it might have actually been
Megadeth?
Spin Doctors, as you mentioned before. I think my cousin's mom got us all tickets for Christmas or something. And Freddie Jones was in the middle, of 4 bands or something. And I'm like, we're going because Freddie Jones is going. And they're like, who's that? And they heard that song, and it just love it.
Yep.
So,
Cool.
anytime you're in a bar and that tune comes on, the whole bar's having a great time. Or if you're at home in the garage having a beer, it's a great time. If you're in the car, it's a great time. If you're mowing the lawn, it's an awesome time.
This sounds great.
It is great. It is just it's an otherworldly great song.
Yep.
So that is mine for sure.
That's awesome.
Love it.
When I was at U of I, this had to be 96, I guess, maybe 97. There was a venue called the Brew and View.
Yeah.
The Brew
and they had it was a theater. You could go watch movies, and they sold beer.
And they
so
brew
brews,
there, too?
and you
So-
could view a movie. They did not brew the beer there, as
Okay.
far as I know.
Just shy of doing laundry there too.
Yeah, they had some theater seats, but they also had couches that you could just like chill out, sit on. But it was a cool place to go. They would have they would show like 3 movies in a row, and it would be like from the 80s or something. So Indiana Jones or something like that, and it'd be cheap. Sweet, $1 to see a movie. But they also had concerts, and Freddy Jones Band was one of the bands that played there, and that was one of the best like local concerts because we were. You're 30 feet from the stage.
Small venue.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Love those. Yeah.
And
So
the other band I remember from that venue was Kenny Wayne Shepherd, which turned into this huge thing. But at the time, it was like a guy coming through college towns,
Nice.
But it was cool. Freddie Jones Band, though, was that delay on the guitar, that effect was awesome. Yeah,
it's killer.
Okay, my number one, again, in no particular order, but maybe number one. And along the lines of Freddie Jones Band, in that same era and kind of the same vibe at that time, John Mayer.
Ooh.
So his first album, we actually were big into his like demo album, and then that sort of became his first album, but one was called Inside Out and one was called Room for Squares.
Kind of like Boston, by the way.
Yeah. It was almost like the same songs, just re-recorded, things like that. But this would have been, we watched John Mayer at Mississippi Nights in downtown on the Landing, back when it was still around.
Right.
And this was before he was huge. Like, nobody had heard of John Mayer. And this was also in the era of Napster, if you remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Song sharing, file sharing,
Before Lars shut him down.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And so you would hear
you
about
Metallica
some
fans.
band and from your friend, and you'd get on Napster and download it and listen to a couple songs, and you didn't buy the CD, you didn't know who this was, you just heard it from somebody. That's probably cool. And for whatever reason, we all got into John Mayer, and we went and saw him at Mississippi Nights. And again, this was before he blew up, so it was like this unknown guy that we went and watched, up close.
Really good.
And he was amazing. Yeah. And
That's
you could
cool.
even tell the first album didn't really have a lot of the blues guitar stuff that he's known for now, but live he did, and it blew you away. You were like, I didn't know this guy could play the guitar. I just thought he sang, poppy ballads or whatever, and he's tearing it up on guitar. So that was, and we listened to a lot.
Yeah, he made Chappelle's show
John
based on his
Mayer.
guitar playing.
Yeah. So John Mayer was definitely much played
Had
in
his
that
own Strat for
era.
crying out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he went the other way. Now he's got a Paul Reed Smith. It's a Strat ripoff.
It's different.
It's different.
You
sort
can't
of.
take much from Paul Reed
If
Smith.
you squint, it looks the same. But PRS guitarrs are amazing.
They are
They
amazing,
are.
yeah.
But that his guitar, I wish he stayed with Fender. To be honest,
the big,
but
large neck, white
Yeah.
Strat. Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
you obviously know way more about guitars than
don't
I
know
do
about that.
Well, but so do you know so and so plays that guitar? Like song comes on the radio and you're
Yes.
like, oh, it's a Fender.
Yeah.
I mean,
You do,
Yeah.
Kevin? You do too?
yeah.
Well,
you can usually hear it, but
Well, I can't.
But it doesn't take much to kind of learn like what
Yeah.
makes Les Paul sound like a Les Paul with certain pickups. And you go, it's kind of fun to go, yeah, I think that's what it is. And then you look and
You
go,
find
that's
out
what it
that you were right.
is. You know,
I
the
mean, you
trick
can
on-
tell when you listen to Stevie Ray Vaughan that it's not a Les Paul.
Yeah.
That is absolutely a Stratocaster.
Well, I guess
But
I'm a simpleton. I
mean-
do not know that.
You'll figure it out.
So
I
there's-
don't know a single guitar player's guitar.
I don't know if it's 100% true, but yes, only of a owner of a Lonely Heart.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, this is an early digital,
Yeah.
synthesized, highly produced record. The guitar riff, that dun dun dun.
Oh, yeah.
dun. I was told that the left and right channels are on different guitars, and left side's on
really?
a Strat, and the right
Yeah.
side's on a Les Paul.
What?
I don't doubt that.
And it
Yeah.
contributes to that unique
Yeah.
sound you've never heard and haven't heard since.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty cool.
Well, that's sweet.
I remember this is when we went when I was in a band way back in the day, a rock metal band, we won a competition at Pops to play at.
Look at this guy.
You're just now bringing that up?
I'm just now bringing this up.
49 episodes in? And
Three seasons ago, he was all bashful. I don't know if I can play in front of people.
We got to.
No, I won a whole competition at Pops. No big deal.
We won a competition to play at Point Fest, so we played at Point Fest.
Now we're at Point Fest.
But
what the frick?
One of the things we also got to do was record.
Play at Woodstock.
We got to record a demo at a studio locally, and this is like a legit real studio, and it was awesome.
Did you do it?
What we did, and so we go there, and you bring all your own gear and everything, right? And we're playing, and our guys at the time, the guitar players had PRS, Paul Reed Smith guitars, and they actually had the Wolfgang Eddie Van Halen guitar.
Yeah.
And they sound great. Big humbucker pickups, right? Chris, if you don't know,
I don't know what that
the
is.
humbucker pickup is definitely more distortion oriented, heavy,
here we
thick,
go.
chunky. You want that?
I like them humbuckers.
Exactly.
Well, so a pickup is like it's like a microphone.
Yeah.
Yep.
And when you have a lot of amplifier and a lot of gain, your pickups can hum. It's an electrical hum. So a humbucker is designed to crush the hum. Yeah.
Yep. And so, but a lot of the heavy distorted amps, those guys are using humbucker pickups.
Gotcha.
And that's what our guys had, these nice, crazy, good sounding, expensive guitars. And we're recording this demo, and it's just not really working, and we're doing different things, and the guy in the studio, the engineer, try this Telecaster.
Ooh.
I got a Telecaster hanging on. Well, let me tell you.
That's generally a country guitar.
At the time, yes. We were very much like, well, no. We don't play Telecasters. And, single coil pickups. Country was definitely what you thought of when you thought of a Telecaster at that time. This was late 90s, early 2000s. And my brother actually was the guitar player, and he grabs this Telecaster, and we're all reluctantly like, I don't know, man. Okay. And he thrashes out this track that just sounded amazing with that distorted sound, but on these clean pickups, and it was perfect. And the engineer obviously knew what he was doing.
No way.
And it sounded great. But you would never have thought of using that guitar for this style of band,
For sure.
And
that's really cool.
But now, I mean, not because of that, obviously, but since that era, so many rock guitar players are using Telecasters that aren't country, picking, finger picking, whatever. And
will they use those live as well? Or
yeah,
is
sure. Yeah.
Okay. They use them all over the place.
Eddie Vedder almost exclusively uses a Telecaster all the time for Pearl Jam stuff. But anyway,
and if you want to hear somebody play one, grab some Brad Paisley.
Yeah,
because that dude can play. That's cool. You guys should play Daydream.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Would be cool.
And I have a Marty Lloyd. Well, I forgot the guitar player's name. I have the guitar player who wrote that.
Oh, wow.
I have a video that he tells you how to set the delay and how to make that sound.
Send that to me.
I will.
That would be fun.
Here we go.
It's a great song.
I was actually just telling Kevin earlier tonight, we're not to get too into it, but we're planning some shows that are coming up. I said one of the hardest things as a band is to agree, as a cover band, is to agree on songs to cover. What speaks to you is not what speaks to somebody else. What you think the whole crowd is going to love is not probably what the whole crowd is going to love.
Sure. So somebody has the crowd in mind. Somebody has like the integrity.
Yeah. It's an exercise in compromise.
This is my favorite song. Yeah, I don't care what they like. It's like, well, we do actually care what the crowd likes.
We're playing the Macarena. I don't care what anybody says.
Right. It actually is really challenging, and I argue with my wife all the time about what songs we should do and what people would know or love.
Yeah.
And as a band, we argue about it. Like, not argue, we don't fight, but like it's a thing that it's actually a level of stress.
It is.
It's figuring out what songs to play. But yeah, Daydream would be cool. I'm not sure everybody would know it,
but they'd like it.
Yeah, I know.
Even if you don't know it, you're going to like it, and if you do know it, you're going to go right on.
Yeah, you're going to be like, hell yes.
And a lot of them are going to go, I know this song, I don't know who it is, and I don't know when I've heard it last.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It is cool.
That'd make a good, that'd be good.
It's a good topic, Chris.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm glad I thought of it.
Glad I had my
Actually,
list
Kevin
ready.
thought of it, so thank you.
Kevin.
Well, I'm not the Shaftmeister, but I try.
No one is.
I imagine every one of our listeners has their favorite drinking songs, or
Yes.
at least songs that take them back to an era.
For sure.
Yeah, leave it in the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The comments.
Somebody will find them. No, but for real, we'll put the playlist in. And
You know what
we
I
need
will
to do?
probably do? I don't always do this, but I sometimes post to Facebook when we have a new episode. I will for sure do it this time. So comment on the Facebook page. I will include the Stubborn German page and all that. So, yeah.
Put your favorite
Let
song.
us know your favorite songs.
I will contribute as well. If you send me those notes, I will create a Spotify playlist of these songs.
Nice. Oh, that would be awesome.
And then we could put that on the Facebook page, too.
Can you
That
put
would be
the
great.
entire album
All
on?
of them. Yeah, they're
The
to set
double-
aside 7
both
weeks to listen to
albums
Chris's
of-
stuff. And then every once in a while, one of Jared's and my songs. will
And
pop
then
up.
back to my
Yeah,
album.
and back to album hour with Chris.
Whose podcast is this?
Who didn't read the instructions,
I wrote the instructions
but then
and then
positioned it so that we're wrong.
Yes, exactly. You didn't bring your favorite albums,
Sorry,
plural?
I'm an album guy.
Who's the stubborn German now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun.
Play by my rules.
That was fun. We need to maybe do numbers 7 through 11. Next time.
Yeah, we could easily.
But, Rage Against the Machine, Pearl Jam, Big Wreck, they don't care. What they
They don't
really
care.
want to know about is the German word of the day.
You got that right.
Do you mean Mund?
Munt.
I do mean Munt.
Mund?
Yes.
Jared said it meant musical.
Going for the
I
theme.
think I said adjective, not the noun.
Kevin said it meant a group.
I guess so.
Did I write that right?
I don't know.
Did it
Not
autocorrect?
familiar.
A group or a
I know.
band?
Whatever you said.
Not a band,
It
a group.
wasn't right.
Oh, of course
man,
not.
because it was musical.
No. Mund means moon.
Moon?
Like the moon.
Like the
for
dark
crying
side of
out
the moon?
loud.
Yeah, no, like because it's just not
The
associated
da-
with music.
the
Because I
dark
can't do
side
that
of
every
the
time.
moon.
Yeah,
Ah, man.
moon
Okay.
is Mund.
Moont. All right. That's fair. Good enough.
Yeah.
You know
Moont.
what moon is in Russian?
No, please tell me.
No.
Zond.
Zond.
It's such a
Zond?
great word. Yeah, Zond.
Zond.
That is a fun word.
It is. Yeah.
Why do you know that? It's a good word, but
Why
why
do you
do
know
know
that?
that?
I'm
Russian.
kind of a space program guy.
Oh,
and,
okay. There you
it was
go.
U.S. versus
Yes.
Russia all the way to the moon,
Huh.
to the Zond.
To the Zond
Yeah.
or the
Okay.
Mund.
This is probably an outtake, but I'm going to ask you as a space program kind of guy. What are your thoughts on the fact that it still seems to be a challenge to get to the moon?
'Cause it is a
60
challenge.
years later. Why were we able to do it back then and we have not?
The most simple answer to that is we had the open checkbook of the United States government.
Okay.
So we had unlimited resources, and we
now
had
we have Elon.
we had a political mission
Yeah.
in addition to a scientific and a goodwill
Yeah.
mission. So you
Okay.
got like all these 3 reasons of why to
Yeah.
go, plus unlimited funding, and this is Cold War time, so anything
Right.
we can do to get ahead of the Russians,
Yeah.
people got excited about and they wanted to do. So if you look at the statistics of the Apollo program, there was over 400,000 people that worked on the Apollo program, right?
Jeez.
20,000
Really?
companies contributed to that.
Wow.
20,000
Never seen anything like
companies.
it. Yeah, huge, right? So they all coordinated, and that's what it took to put this plan together to get to the moon. Now, when Kennedy announced we're going to go to the moon in this decade and bring our man back safely and whatever, he had no freaking clue that we could do this. The rest of NASA looked at each other and went, "What is he saying? What did he just say that? Because we don't know how to do that. We hadn't put a guy in orbit yet. We knew
Jeez.
nothing about this." But it was that kind of resources and focused energy. And it's funny because like the deniers all say, there's one NASA scientist who said, we lost the technology. I don't know if you heard this. Some guy said, the reason why we don't go back like every week
Yeah.
is because there was a NASA scientist who said, we lost the technology. We can't go back. And they're like, hey, that's all BS. You lost the technology. And what he was saying is, much like in music, you listen to records and then 8-tracks came out, right? Well, you can't play an 8-track because you don't have the technology to do
Correct.
it.
Yeah,
It doesn't
yeah.
mean that it was advanced. It means that you don't have a player anymore. Well, all that stuff that got us to the moon with the Apollo program, a lot of the tape data drives and the slow-ass computers, we don't have anymore.
You would have to totally start over.
Let's
with-
totally start over.
It's the same fundamental.
Correct. The knowledge and the how is there, but the
Right.
equipment don't have it anymore. And we no longer have the full open checkbook of
You can't
the
just
government.
build off what was there because what was there isn't there anymore.
Right. Yeah.
Well, then if we did it once, like, do we need to go back every week? Like, what would you do?
You know,
I'll tell you why.
It'd be fun, I guess.
it's been a long time.
There's one. The most compelling reason to go back is There's two. One is because it's a base we could go to Mars from. And
Right.
it's easier to get there from the moon than Earth because of gravity. It's harder to lift off from here. Right?
Oh, gotcha.
So the other one, though, and there's an astronaut he passed. His name was John Young. John Young flew in Gemini, Mercury, Apollo, and the space shuttle. In fact, he was the first space shuttle pilot, Robert Crippen and John Young. So John Young was like the astronaut's astronaut.
Yeah.
And he gave a dissertation, I don't know, it was MIT or somewhere. Somebody asked him, why the moon? Why does it matter? And he said, here's a thing to consider. He said, in the not-too-distant future, we will be able to fly some autonomous robots to the moon's surface, and like a Roomba, basically, a little robot, and they will be able to scrape up the moon's surface, which is full of silicon and minerals that could basically 3D print mirrors.
Oh, wow.
They could create a circular array of mirrors 100 miles around, take the sunlight, bounce it off the moon, beam it to the Earth, focus it on the Earth, and we would have a never-ending, uninterruptible power source. You would you would never need fossil fuel. You would never need nuclear. You would need nothing because it would all come from the moon or from the Earth, or from the sun, bounced off the moon to the Earth. And if you did it in a manner to where when it reached the Earth to the receiving solar cells, like the hyper solar cells, you did it in a big enough footprint, you could walk through it and it wouldn't fry you or anything.
Wow.
And the first country that gets that can sell it to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
All the problems are solved.
Why haven't you done this yet?
Look up the speech. Go to YouTube
Yeah.
and look up John Young Moon Power Generation, and you will hear it. And you'll be like, we need to do that.
This ain't some flat earther or something. This is like a dude that knows
This is a guy
his...
that's been there.
Wow.
Right? Pretty cool.
We lost
awesome.
the technology. You also can't buy Tang anymore.
That's
What's
what I'm
up
saying.
with
Well,
that?
no, you can't.
Can you get Tang?
Did we
It's
lose
not the
that
same.
technology
It's not
too?
the
Like,
same.
it's not. It's different now. It's got preservatives and
Terrible.
But we don't have
Red 40.
DAT tapes anymore.
No,
Digital
yeah,
audio tapes. We
right.
don't have, you know.
we need to
there's
do
a lot of things.
We need to do a NASA episode.
Oh boy, I think we just
we
did.
need to do a lost technology episode. Like, what's the
Oh, here we go.
Top 5 lost
top
technologies.
5
Email in your...
technology you wish you still had?
So, I'm a guy who's Googling, like, cool things about brewing and beer.
Yes.
Oh, look, Stubborn German. Hey, the top 5 lost technology episode. That's what I want.
Remember DAT players?
There are mini discs, laser discs.
No one does.
3.5-inch floppies.
That's right. Here's 4 of my top 5 right there. Punch cards, number 5. Done.
Punch cards. Oh my gosh.
Oh, these are fun.
Yeah.
List episodes are fun.
Film strips.
Anyway,
Well, that was fun.
yes.
It was fun.
So, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Our the music.
We
episode.
did. We
Yeah,
enjoyed
in the
it.
mood.
We had fun in the mood. Yeah. If you want to hear the next one, you want to hear 7 through 11, hit the subscribe button, and when we produce that, you'll get it right away before all of your friends, which is pretty cool. And for Mr. Chris Ron, Mr. Jarod Chasson, I'm Kevin Oeste, and we say,
So we all made a list of our songs, but
Sure we did.
Jared didn't.
yeah.
You
The
know,
dude in the band
shouldn't
you
couldn't
send
come
me
up
an
with some
email
songs
at work, and I'm supposed to sit there and come up with a list of.
Well, we'll have.
I don't even know what it is.
Last I heard, you work for the government. Why is this an
Yeah.
issue?
That's all they do is
we
make
got
lists.
doged.
Ooh. That's a topic for a different show.
I did write down the Gemütlich Hitometer
Good.
as,
that's
as a show note.
Yes.
outstanding.
So something may happen. I don't know.
Yes.
Probably
All
not,
right.
but maybe. You never know.
Well,
I think you're getting robbed, Chris.
Right now. Oh, God.
he's leaving with sacks of yeast.
He's going to make all the beer.
All the beers.
All right.
Good job.